found a good way to get all this rubber sealant and junk out of here, even old paint that's built up. You take one of these wire wheels on your grinder, and you can get right in here and strip this junk out pretty well, pretty easy. And if you happen to get one wore down this far, these still work really good for stripping paint and junk off, undercoating, things like that. It's pretty abrasive and it won't gum up. It's really nice. So hang on to those if you happen to get one that good. This one's still pretty full. I've had some that were just stripped down and snaggle tooth and hardly any wire left in it. But anyhow, I'll show you what I'm talking about. There. Obviously I could go a little further, just trying to show you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. You can use heavier grit sandpaper for doing this kind of stuff, which will strip the paint down real fast, but it also leaves sand marks, really heavy, deep sand marks sometimes. A wire wheel like this doesn't leave any sanding marks. So that saves you time in the long run. If you don't feel like you're getting anywhere fast because of the paint and other junk coming out slow, just look at the big picture where you're going to be sanding and resanding and filling and resanding. And anyhow, this actually might save you a lot more time. I like doing it because it cleans it all up really good, and like I say, it's real smooth. So from there I can just clean it up and add my primer to it. After I clean it up even more. And if I don't need to go clear to the metal and everything, at least I'm down to the base paint, where like this pickup here had been painted several times, so I have to go through a couple layers. In an area like this last guy that painted didn't do a very good job of prepping, so I need to get all that off just to get down to metal or the base coat to have a good decent spot to work from. So anyhow, this cleans it all up, and if there's any rust in there, then you can treat that at the same time. So anyhow, I'll bring you in and show you what I'm doing. Anyways, you can see how good that strips down. Getting it down to the metal. And spots like this where it's hard to, where am I at? In spots like this where it's hard to get in the sand, you can strip all that paint out of there pretty easy, and then just put your self-etching primer or whatever on there to seal that metal and get something for your paint to stick to. And get all these things really good. I am gonna sand some more, or go after it some more with that wire wheel and try to get all that down just to metal. Get all these areas cleaned up. And spots like this, it works really good. There, that's a little bit of work there. Got her cleaned up, stripped down. Got to pull the fender back off anyways, and then get in here and get all this area. And I might even do the same on the inside of the fenders. This little lip here. That's kind of hard to sand too. This ain't in real bad shape, but definitely could use some work. Anyhow, that strips her down pretty nice. And like I said, I just wipe this down and shoot some self-etching primer on there. And this area would be ready. But I gotta do all that yet, all the way around. There, I spent about 45 minutes stripping this down. There's there in the middle, I can do a little bit more. Yeah, I got this side and spent just a little bit of time in here just for giggles, stripping that down. Now I can just wipe this down with some paint thinner and some grease remover and spray that with some self-etching primer, and after I sand that just a little more. And I need to get in and clean this out. This is kind of nasty looking in there. Then I can get it on the ground and work on the top part. So I like to share any ideas I have, tricks I may come across, things I learned from talking to other people. This is one I just kind of discovered on my own, and I really like how it works. It saved me a lot of time in a lot of different places, getting into these weird areas, stuff like this and all these little areas. It really helps. Helps me scoot along a little faster. I had been working a little overtime, so it took me away from the shop. Now I got a lot of makeup work to do. So anything that saves me time and helps me move along a little faster, I'm gonna do. So anyhow, thanks for watching, appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later.